I guess we need to have Frontier fuck up more often so we can actually talk sports on this shit, right? Yeah, that's the good stuff. Like, both those segments there. I like sports. So you get some NHL here. It's got a little bit of some Tiger Woods. Got Shot of the Week coming up right now. Make sure you guys, again, follow the show on Twitter, Sportscast_THN, our Instagram page at Sportscast, and our Facebook page at Sportscast Entertainment. So, all right, Naka, we'll get into Shot of the Week award here, brought to you by Juicy Whip. We'll go ahead and around the horn here and throw them out there. I've got a couple. I'm sure you do as well. Naka, we'll start with you first.
Okay. My first Shot of the Week is going to the Dodgers. 6 games in a row. You take the world champion Cubs and limit them to 5 hits in 2 games.
Cubbies are struggling right now.
That's not bad. That's not a bad deal. And again, talking about our one and done, who's doing it for the Dodgers? Yes, they're young players. Corey Seager, Bellinger, Kiki Hernandez, blah, blah, blah. Yes, Chase Utley's playing well. But the young guys are carrying this team right now. Taylor, right? Yeah, they're young, but they're 25-year-old young. They've been 24, 25. They've been in the minors for 2, 3, 4 years, developing their skills and learning how to be a professional. So when they get there, they're just ready. Fit right in and they're ready to go, right? The last guy I know who came out of high school and went right to the majors was David Clyde for the Rangers back in 75, right? Why is that, right? Anyway, Dodgers are in first place. Well, I'm just saying that.
Cam has no idea who you're talking about.
But my point is that the young guys for the Dodgers that are performing are not right out of high school. They're not one and done.
No,
there's very rare exceptions. Then to his point, as if you're Bryce Harper. Trout even was only down in the minors for a little bit.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
But 2, 3 years is a lot, as opposed to coming right out of 1 year out into college and boom, you're playing professional. Anyway, the NHL playoffs. Another Shot of the Week.
Dude, it's been amazing.
The absolute
unbelievable
best playoffs in sports. Absolutely incredible what we are getting to watch up until this point. One quick series out of the entire 4-1. The Ducks swept Calgary, but every single game was competitive. Pittsburgh took out Columbus 4-1, but 3 of those games, I believe, went to overtime. Unbelievably, just fantastic display.
Overtime. There's been a gang of overtime games.
What playoffs are supposed to be about. This is fantastic.
Again, we got another one. It's 1-1 still in this game here. We're coming to the end of the second period. Game 2 of the Stanley Cup. So, yeah, Knocker, I'm with you on the Stanley Cup. It's great just to see not your average your average hockey fans, but the people that just really don't pay attention, they're watching it. Because the NBA is so crappy right now that you're looking for something to get you entertaining, and you've got guys tweeting out that I've never even heard about. Oh, hockey playoffs is greater than anything, and it's just it's awesome. It's back and forth. It's fantastic stuff from the hitting and Doc. I mean, besides our own Bob Miller, Doc Emmerich. How can you not get into hockey? Listen to that guy call a game.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It truly is. I'm gonna tilt the glasses. Well, it's the Shot of the Week for his contribution to music and the trials and tribulations that he went through before they actually made it big. We lost Greg Allman from the Allman Brothers this week, and what an absolute talent in the music industry. My song of the week. We do have one that's canned. We do have Traveling Man.
Yeah.
We will play that one, but as soon as we get the internet back up, I will play another Greg Allman song. So rest in peace, Greg Allman. Just good stuff from the Allman Brothers Band.
Yeah.
My shit of the week is going to Kathy Griffin. You want to be a comedian and all that, and blah blah blah. And there's very few lines as far as being a comedian. But if you think you're going to get away with holding the severed head
of our
president. And trying to make a joke. Okay, you don't like him, I don't like him, but how you thought you could get away with something like that is
I don't get how people are supporting her. I mean, there's comedians out there that are. I mean, we know a lot of comedians. We have a lot of comedians on this show. And you're one that you're not the biggest Trump supporter yourself.
No.
That's just wrong in so many ways. That she already lost her job with CNN, and she lost her stuff with
everybody's dropped her like a hot potato.
Yeah, everyone's dropped her. I mean, her career is she's gonna be blacklisted on a bunch of places now. to go up there and act like you're an ISIS and you're holding up something that we fight these people that do this, that
people
behead
are
people.
killing people,
yes.
and they have beheaded innocent people.
Donald Trump has kids.
on
I don't know much you
TV.
think he's a dick and an asshole and a guy has bad hair. The dude has a family, dude. He's got an 11-year-old kid that's going to see that in the news and see his dad's head bloodied on TV.
He's the president of the United States.
Yeah.
Just
Love him,
just
hate him,
because of
whatever,
that,
man.
He deserves the respect accorded
I agree.
to the
Knocker.
president of the United States.
Fucking
This
agree
was
with
too
that,
far,
man.
and I'm sorry, Kathy. But whatever.
Fuck her, man.
I mean, freedom of speech. I will fight and I will die for your freedom of speech, but you have to understand.
Oh, she's got the right to do
with
that.
That
That's fine.
comes the repercussions,
Yeah.
and when they come to you because you were too stupid and invoked your freedom of speech in that manner, you get what's coming to you. And I'm just, she deserves everything she's going to get out of this because that was just not the right thing to do.
I agree with you. I was going to bring that up.
That's my shit of the week.
I
right
agree
there.
with you on that one.
Go ahead,
What do
Cam.
you got, Cam?
What's up?
My first shot of the
Oh,
week.
and you getting laid.
Yeah, is that
I-
your, is
Shot of
that
the
your
week.
first
Okay,
one?
all right. I'll tip my cap to that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, there you
Tip
go.
something to it. My first shot of the week is going to go to Gilbert Arenas because did
Gilbert.
you hear what he said about Tiger Woods' DUI? Oh my
no.
God, it was fantastic.
I think I have the video.
He does have the video. If you could find that, he basically tells
This is
Tiger Woods.
Gilbert gunning
Gilbert-
the locker room arenas,
Yes,
right?
yes. He was talking about it. He's like, oh, man. And he's just like, Tiger Woods, why can't you say you were effed up and driving a car like everybody else in America? He's like, the worst thing about being an athlete, he's like, you got to lie about that shit.
Right.
So he was telling TMZ reporters it was really funny. My shit of the week is going to go to Tiger Woods for, my God, is this not the biggest fall in sports history? I mean, it's
pretty much.
it's-
Mike Tyson's close.
I mean, this is OJ-esque.
Yes, it is.
This is very OJ-esque.
Yeah, we're going to get into a little more after the shots here. But yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad.
It is.
So,
You want the Gilbert? I got the Rena.
yeah,
you want
please
it?
play
All right,
that.
here.
You have to listen to this. It's like
All right.
it's 2 minutes of greatness.
All right.
Gilbert, how's it going? Hey, do you think Tiger Woods can play again? Tiger Woods, do you think he'll be able to play again?
Tiger Woods.
No, I mean, like he had a little bump in the road today. Like he was, do you think it's gonna affect golf at all?
You can never count out the goats.
Really?
Chill, bro.
Do you still consider him the best ever done it?
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, man. Have a good one.
How was the food, man?
I was good.
It's good. All right.
Hey, happy Memorial Day. I just want to say. Hey,
Get our lane ready.
Medications. He wasn't drinking.
Since then, I'm sorry. Now I can't root for Tiger. Just say you got fucked up and be able to drive.
Right.
I mean, what about?
Medication, really?
So you don't buy that? You don't buy
The
that.
PR team makes him say
I
that.
know that's.
That is the greatest line.
So he goes up and he kind of goes on to say, it's like the worst thing about being an athlete is you got to lie, you got to take
everything.
the PR stance,
Yeah.
and,
Oh, it's like he was
I-
fucked up when he got caught driving. Like,
Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny. You know what? And if you follow him on Instagram, he does a lot of stuff with Nick Young too, and oh my God, they're so funny. Gilbert Arenas is hilarious.
Oh, Swaggy P.
Swaggy?
Swaggy P.
was
Him
Swaggy?
and Swaggy P are really funny together, though.
I would imagine so.
But yeah, we have that on our Twitter line, so you guys want to see the full video, check it out
Yeah,
there.
my other shot of the week is going to go to my brother for just recently getting married.
All right.
Love his wife. It was a great wedding. I gave an awesome speech. Everyone said
Were you best man?
Very
yes.
cool.
Nice.
Hey, that's nice.
Everyone said
Did
that.
you write it out before? Or did it just come?
No.
right
So
off
it
the-
came. All right, I gotta go into details about this. Came out naturally. I'd been thinking about it for a long while. Kind of get the cliff notes in, but didn't write it out. Came up, got a roaring applause at the end of the speech. Like almost got a standing ovation. Had people coming up to me the whole night, almost saying that. They said this is probably one of the best man speeches we've ever heard.
Wow.
And so getting to do that and doing the wedding. Don't want to toot my own horn, but it was pretty
And
good.
you got laid. That's a hell of a night.
And I got laid.
Seriously, you had a good. How's that? It's like you said, it's
That's
the
a-
best wedding you've ever been.
It's
to.
the
good
best
day.
wedding I've ever been. Oh my God, it was gorgeous.
That's fantastic.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, my shot. My first one's gonna go to a guy named Ryan who set the Plinko record,
Oh,
I
that's
saw
awesome.
that.
and he started chanting his own name.
This guy's insane.
Ryan.
So I gotta give that guy a shot of the week because he's having a good time, man.
By the
Gotta
way,
give him-
I've seen that. Have you seen that? I think that's in Vegas now. There's like a Vegas Plinko thing.
Oh, is there?
I'm pretty sure the last time
totally
I went to
down.
Vegas.
I think there is.
Totally down to play that.
I was very drunk when I saw it. I was like, "Oh, Blanco!"
we were talking about this kind of earlier, Cam. Gotta give a shout out for LeVar Ball. I love his T-shirt saying "Stay in your lane."
That's pretty funny.
I gotta say,
It's good. It's creative.
it's good. I'm not a sexist. I'm all for women getting freedom and everything, but stay in your lane.
It's like it's like the Kathy Griffin thing. There's such a thing as going too far,
Yeah.
but for me, for the most part, if you make a good joke, I'll laugh at anything.
Yeah, and then
Right.
now, Knocker, we've been teasing this kind of all show. My shit of the week goes to this Hungarian soccer player, Knocker. His name is Danko Lazovic, who plays for, again, I guess he plays for the Hungarian club Vidaton. He was playing in a match over the weekend, Knocker, and
This is incredible.
we've made fun of soccer on this show quite a bit, right?
Absolutely.
We also have respect for it because it is the world's greatest game.
No, but that's what people, that's what people, some
Knocker,
people
it,
say.
Knocker, statistically, it is the world's most played.
No, it might be the
sport.
most played and most watched, but it is not the greatest game.
You would
Okay.
say it's
It could be called the beautiful game. I'll even give you that.
You'll even give me that?
But I am
Just-
not giving you that it's the best sport.
just say most popular.
Okay,
it's
the
the
most
world's
popular
most popular
game.
sport.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, but the majority's not always right.
Well, and one of the reasons that you don't like the sport is, first of all, they don't score enough for you.
Correct.
Okay. Second of all, they flop like no other.
Vladi
Right?
is just not even an actor compared
Right? He's
to
not
these
right.
guys.
Like
Vladi's
Vladi
not
looks
even
good.
in
Yeah,
their
he's not even in the same
league.
scope, right, as these guys, or especially Danko Lazovic, who, check out this, knock. This is him over the weekend in a game where he just flopped out like no other. Here's the announcers on the call here. Look at him.
I can't wait till the Aussie guys get on this one.
Oh, I can't. Aussie man calls this one. Look at this, Knocker. He's
I don't
flopping.
speak that language, and I know they're saying, what the hell is this guy doing?
Knocker, he's flopping like a dead fish on the ground.
Salmon upstream, man.
Salmon upstream. Check out the video on our website.
It's
We're
like you
rolling it
threw
out
a
right
fish
now.
on a hot
Look at
sidewalk.
him. He throws himself from off the ground.
Yeah, it's literally
Look at It's like a 2-year-old throwing a temper
That's
tantrum.
exactly what it is.
It's literally the first time you go fishing and you get it off your rod and you don't take it off, but you like throw it on the dock.
Right, and it's flopping around.
Oh.
It's a fish on the
God.
dry dock.
Right,
Or
yeah.
You pull it onto the beach, and
Yeah.
it's just flopping around on the hot
yeah.
sand. That's exactly what that is.
Would you
man.
say that's the worst flop you've ever seen?
Absolutely, bar none.
It has to be, right?
Absolutely, bar
because
none.
of the, it's just not only goes down in pain, he like sells it by flipping in the air.
He's got James Harden by
It's
a
like
lot.
he's getting
That's saying a
tased.
lot.
It's like he's getting tased, but he's not.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
That's
So
bad.
he gets my shit of the week for that guy.
That's
Got to
great.
see
You-
this, people.
You gotta love it though. That's great video. Like that's just awesome.
And
for
I
sports.
like you said, Knocker. Can we get a translator from the Hungarian
wanna know
broadcast
what
team? Because
they're
I want to know
saying.
what they're saying as well. My
So he's
God.
probably saying, "Hey, he's it there, flopping,
And my
flopping like a salmon on a hot beach."
Exactly. My last shit of the week goes to ESPN
Oh,
for letting this guy go.
oh
To
man,
John
so
Clayton.
sad.
Not
Yeah.
only because he has the greatest commercial ever in the history of SportsCenter
SportsCenter.
commercials,
Yeah.
but the dude's just Knocker. Like we used to talk about this guy. Like you turn on NFL, you're looking for this rugged, big ex NFL player to give you the breakdown, like a Jay Glazer guy. This dude looks like he has a chem set up. He looks like your geometry teacher or something. But just the most knowledgeable dude in football
But-
maybe ever.
But therein lies the problem with sports journalism as a whole, right? All the guys ESPN fired are just professional reporters.
Yeah.
Right? They give you the facts, they give you the statistics to back up the facts, and they just report what they know
Right.
without the bombastic, over-the-top crap
Opinions.
that you get from
Stephen A. Smith.
Stephen A. and the
Yeah.
guy that has the show with him. and
Undisputed. What's the guy in Undisputed?
No, not or you talk about Skip Bayless
got
and
Yeah,
Shannon
Skip
Sharp.
Bayless.
Yeah.
and-
but they're
and
on
Sharp.
FS1. They're on
Yeah.
my network.
I'm just saying that's
Or
what
what's
they're
the dude from Miami that I can't stand? Sorry.
Dan Levitard.
Dan Levitar.
they're trying to sell that sensationalism as opposed to professional. And the problem is, those of us who are true fans, we would rather hear John Clayton give us his opinion on what he researched and what he saw, because you can take that to the bank, as opposed to the emotional inaneness of the other personalities who were screaming
Yeah.
and talking above their.
He just gave it to you straight.
It's just sad.
Yeah, it's
that's
sad.
what it's come to.
23 years, you said, Cam, or something?
He's been there 23 years. It's getting to
crazy.
Knocker's point that it's becoming less and less about sports highlights and factual.
Entertainment now.
It's become entertainment.
Yeah.
It's almost become like
Hey,
wrestling.
Mike, let's get Christy Leahy on the show because she's a big blonde bimbo that knows nothing about sports but looks
Right.
good, and I'll give my PC opinions all day long and talk about bashing
Let's
LeBron
be honest.
and my puppy.
Let's be honest. That was a good move because everybody likes attractive women. You have to put one on one show. I'm sorry, but you
But
have to
who's
do it.
watching it?
Who's watching? Yeah, Cowherd does pretty well.
He does pretty well, but that's because he carries the show. Not 'cause his
I agree, but
No,
it doesn't
stupid
hurt
woman
him
on it.
having a nice blonde, attractive female.
It doesn't hurt. Oh,
Now I will
we
say
just lost
this:
signal on the game.
the chick that does the intermissions on the NHL.
Yeah,
Okay,
you like her?
She actually is pretty good
Knows the
because
sport?
she doesn't play cute.
Yeah,
She doesn't play up to the two guys.
yeah.
She sets them up with some sharp, segues
Mhm.
into this. She doesn't overplay her hands.
It's kind of like
She
Rachel
doesn't
Nichols. I like Rachel Nichols too.
Over sex it up.
Yeah.
She just acts very professional the
What
whole
about the girl
time.
with the NBA? The blonde older lady that's always covering the NBA, Doris Burke. I mean, she knows her shit.
Right.
Doris Burke,
Like,
yeah.
she knows her shit.
That's
I mean,
what I want to hear.
Me too.
That's what I want to hear. I don't need to be entertained. I can, it's going to sound weird, but I can entertain
I can
myself.
handle myself. Yeah, I got two hands. All right,
I can entertain myself.
With that being said, let's take some shots. Here we go. Good God. That felt good.
About to
Nice.
Nice.
straight.
All right, Knock.
That was neat.
Well, let's get into a little bit of these NHL playoffs we have going. Did we lose the game behind us, Knock?
Yeah, I think you need to hit the thing or maybe the cord
I need to
back
hit
there.
the
or-
thing.
It's probably the cord.
It's probably the cord. Oh, I'll fix it.
Yeah.
We're almost out here. So it's just between periods. Here we go, Knock. We're gonna get to NHL
best
playoffs.
time.
Best time of year right here.
In marriage and sports.
I
I did just say that. You didn't give me no problems with
so
that.
bad for my mom.
You know what's
That
the key?
was pretty good.
You know what's the key?
What?
Don't get married.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm smart.
Play in the field. Play the
Dude,
field.
I am getting scared because there is a lot of people who are getting married, and it is the marrying age, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, but
What are you at? What age are you now?
I'm a 23. It is too.
I was
young.
married and had a
Yo,
kid
way
by
too
your
young.
age. I had a kid 23.
What the hell's wrong with you?
I don't know. She took my youth, that bitch.
I'm not going to go that
I love
far.
you,
Oh
honey.
my
We'll just
God.
leave
Love you,
that
honey.
alone.
Love you, honey.
Yeah,
I
I'm
do.
not going to touch that,
I
but
love
yeah.
you. But
And
stick
how
it-
old are you now?
I'm 33.
Oh God.
I had 5 by then.
Yeah, I know. You're nuts. Yeah, but you're Mexican. You have an excuse.
God.
Mexican and Catholic.
And it still works?
Huh?
Jeez.
Sometimes.
Yeah, it does.
Sometimes.
Not as
my
well
God,
as
what
it
was-
used
He's got
to.
to blow on it a little bit
Not
and
as
rub it.
well
He's got
as
to,
it
you
used
know.
What were you, a consistent clinic donator? Jesus.
Knock might
Absolutely,
have
baby.
plenty of knockers out there. I mean, you might have little knockers running around in Haiti for all we know.
I was thinking about doing that. You know, that's a very profitable
Oh,
business.
stop
Yeah,
it,
it is.
Cam.
Yes,
I
it
swear.
is.
I swear, but that's like
And
that's
you're in
totally
high
worth it.
demand. A strapping
Yeah,
Caucasian
strappy
man
Caucasian
like you.
man like you are.
6'2", 6'3",
Right?
pretty good weight.
Parents have some money. I mean, people
Yeah,
want you.
I know. I was
You
thinking
got
about
a
doing
good
it.
education, college grad.
I am a college
Right?
grad. I'm an
Yeah.
ideal candidate.
You know what? I
Yeah,
think
you
we
are.
found your new career. You
I'm
got
the-
Fox on the weekends, and then you donate your sperm during the week.
And the first
Manchurian
time you
candidate.
do, we tape it.
First time we take.
First time.
Hey,
you,
anything for the show, right?
Anything, yeah. You get a
Anything for the
GoPro.
show,
You get a
right?
GoPro, and then you go in there and you just do it for the show.
That's an up close and personal interview. I don't know why. I don't know.
Don't want to go there. All right,
Yeah.
now back to hockey here. Though we got a series going on.
I'm comfortable with some.
There's about 15
I'm
things
comfortable
going
with some people seeing it, not everybody.
Exactly.
All right, talk NHL.
NHL though, we got series going on. Pittsburgh Penguins took game one,
Unbelievable.
but despite getting outplayed, Knocker, besides getting the, I mean, they got those 3 quick goals. One of them was an own goal, I believe, but
Yes.
and a 5-on-3, so they kind of lucked out
They had
into
a
those
goal
goals.
taken away.
But they didn't have a shot in 37 minutes or something during that
Pittsburgh,
game.
yes.
Pittsburgh,
Mhm.
they broke a bunch of records, not good records, as far as a team to win a playoff or a Stanley Cup game, getting outshot the way they did, not having a shot in the second period. somehow found a way to win. They come into this game as tied 1-1 now going into the third period here. Like I said before the break here, I think whoever wins this game wins the series because it's a pivotal game, not only because if Pittsburgh wins, they go up 2-0. I don't see the Predators being able to pull out the next 4 games.
Statistics will tell you that.
Would tell you, and I think that the Predators do win this game. Not only they had momentum from game 1, knowing that they should have won that game, but they win this game as well, going back home. I mean, you saw the Nashville viewing party they had. That
it's insane.
It's crazy how much they love hockey back there in Tennessee. So, going in this series, Knocker, your first initial thoughts and how you think it plays out here to go with the Stanley Cup.
Well, I like the fact that they got Mike Fisher back.
He's been struggling.
Well, he went out, in the other series. He got hurt, but he's back now. I think they got to stop. Cam and I were talking about this off the air. They have to stop taking penalties. They cannot win this series giving up power play after power play after power play. We've already seen that Pittsburgh is a little faster and maybe even a little deeper up front than the Preds are on defense. So to put yourself in the box and be shorthanded.
Yeah.
Okay, and remember they took a 5-on-3. They're taking stupid penalties. Taking a penalty to prevent a goal, that's one thing. I've seen maybe 4 offensive zone penalties taken by the Predators already. There's absolutely no excuse.
The discipline.
No excuse to take an offensive zone penalty in a Stanley Cup final. If they can get away from that, it happened again tonight. And Pittsburgh scored a goal
to tie the game, yeah.
You get away from that, and you get back to playing Predator hockey, playing some disciplined hockey. I definitely think that they are good enough to win this series. But, again, I didn't think Pittsburgh would win 3 out of the 4 series they won last year, but they have a heart of a champion. They really do. The coach wasn't afraid to make the goaltending move, taking
Somehow
3 out of the
Sidney
5.
Crosby's still alive,
Murray.
too. That guy takes a beating.
It looks like they got a couple injuries. So I think that's the second player to get hit in the foot.
Someone took a shot to the skate
hit
here.
In the skate. But I agree with you. In a 7-game series, I think Game 2 is more important than Game 1.
Yeah.
It truly is. 1-1 is so much different than 2-0.
2-0.
And even if you win the first game, you have that chance to go up 2-0. If you don't, you're still tied. And again, in hockey, home ice means absolutely nothing.
Nothing at all.
It truly means absolutely nothing. I love this series. You were talking that you didn't want to see the Preds in the series, and that the NHL probably.
Well, I didn't say that I didn't want to. I said that the NHL and the broadcasters and the TV stations, they'd rather see Anaheim in it just because of the market value that
Anaheim
they get out of it.
And Pittsburgh are 2 bigger names, but I think the Preds are
making a
showing
name, man.
What can happen if you have good management. And I think we talked about this a few weeks ago, that the country music community and the owners, they now have stable owners, and the country music community has really bought into this team, and it's just on fire. And one other thing, can I shoot that guy?
Which one?
The guy blowing that stupid ass horn in Pittsburgh.
Is it that? What were they? Zuzuzalas or whatever?
Vuvuzelas.
Vuvuzelas.
Go, all right already. Shut up.
Yeah, it's that one guy that gets caught on the TV camera. You get his audio from behind. But hey, how good is Carrie Underwood looking? Oh my God.
Absolutely.
You know what?
Jesus Christ.
As good as she's looking, I saw Kelly Clarkson in a Nashville Predators jersey last series.
Right.
She is a big woman.
That's a big woman.
That's
a plus size.
Huge.
She's a plus size.
She's gained a little.
But she didn't look. She didn't look that bad when she was on America.
She's shopping at Lane Ross.
Lane Bryant, you mean?
Lane Bryant.
Lane Ross.
She's shopping at Ross, though. I will admit, Ross has got some bigger clothes.
That's right.
Hey, but you know what, Kelly? Be yourself. If you're comfortable with it, baby.
Yeah.
Somebody loves you the way you are.
Exactly.
Work it, girl.
Who do you like in this series?
First,
and your thoughts?
First of all, my thoughts. How much has that PK Subban trade changed Nashville's culture?
Yeah.
How much is bringing in that guy, who's not only one of the best at his position, the best in the league, and he was so underappreciated in Montreal, especially being Canadian, and they should adore you and love you there. I really think just him anchoring that defense has done a lot. And to get to the point about the defense, too, with Knocker makes a good point about taking penalties. Not only does it hurt you being shorthanded on the defensive end, their offense from their defensemen this postseason has been the best in the NHL.
Yes.
They've been giving you 30 to 40% of your goals or assisting on them.
Right.
So they've been giving
they're
you about
involved in 30
yeah,
to 40%
they're
of your goals. Yes.
high involved. They're very highly active. So Nashville's a team that's got to work the puck around the zone. They're going to have to grind it out. You're going to have to get to those pucks deep in. You're going to have to forecheck. The Penguins just want to get out, play fast with their talent. They got all those guys. So I really think it's a very good contrasting styles. I still think I'd like Pittsburgh in 6, but this game could mean a lot. I mean, Nashville's probably, if they beat them in this game, they've outplayed them in 2 games.
Good point bringing up PK
I'm sorry.
Subban. I'm sorry, just speak back to PK Subban, man. I've said it before in the past. We probably all have it. Where a player changing going from one environment to another, how it revitalizes their career. He was almost lost with the Canadians after their playoff struggles the last couple of years. Whether they blamed
one
him,
run that they had,
yeah, it was his fault. Or they blamed and it's just.
Would you say it's more put on him, or does that say more about the Montreal Canadiens franchise? Because I think it says more about the Canadians and how much their fans underappreciated him. He was taunted during racist taunts.
Right.
They had all that stuff a lot. The amount of talent that the Canadians have had, my God, they should have had a Stanley Cup by now.
I agree, especially with Carey Price at their goal.
Right?
Yeah,
it's like
I
unbelievable.
Now to your point.
Yeah, go ahead.
To your point. Okay. This is interesting shit to me, right? Their coach is Barry Trotz.
Yeah.
He plays a defensive style, which is total defense, which doesn't sell real well in today's NHL, right? So not only did they go get PK Subban, they dumped Barry Trotz. He goes to Washington, takes a high-scoring team, changes the way that they play, and they're out of the playoffs again, right?
Yeah.
Now you get a coach in Nashville that says, okay, we want to play defense and we want to be here, but we have to be able to score. We have to be able to run, run. We have to be able to be fast when we need to be fast. We have to be able to forecheck. We're just not going to sit back and play defense and try and win every single game 2-1. So to their credit, the management team went out, got rid of this coach that was just stagnating, got a coach who teaches the philosophy of playing a little faster, not balls to the wall like Pittsburgh is playing. But, hey, we need to be able to score 3 goals a game.
It's different personnel groups. And you know what? That's the same philosophy with Barry Trotz that got Ken Hitchcock fired in St. Louis, even though it was working, because they would have to grind out all these games. And now you've kind of seen it in St. Louis with Mike Yeo, and he's changing it to a little degree. And they've just had some, kind of situational problems. But I really do think that these defensemen for Nashville are going to decide the series.
I agree.
I mean,
they're
you're
a big
not
part.
going to get consistent scoring out of your top lines if you're Nashville. You have to get PK Subban to score. You have to, Mike Fisher's got to work dirty.
Yeah.
And he's got to get down into that forecheck, and I think they got to really grind it out, bring it to the blue line, and hopefully get some shots on net.
To your point about the coaching and the way the style and the game's changing, do you think that's kind of what happened with the Kings? With the Kings, and as far as moving, like you said, their two Stanley Cups, they grinded them out, man.
Yeah,
it was let's score 2 goals and let's just let Quickie drive, keep one, let 1 goal in and grind it out. And I think that's what the LA Kings kind of saw, is that hockey's changed a little. It's not the style that you win in. Kind of the NBA is going to score points, 3-pointers, let's shoot. I mean, it's a bang, 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 bang league, and I think that's what the Kings, same thing to your point, I think that's what the Kings are doing, trying to change that philosophy.
It's you either adapt or you die in sports, right? I mean, it's you got into the whole Golden State thing, so yeah, I think that plays a lot in it. I think coaching changes and line changes and injuries are also a big point. So
yeah. In my opinion, the reason the Kings have missed the playoffs is Quick got hurt for the entire damn season.
That's true.
Yeah.
So. You put Quick in goal with the team they have now.
Yeah.
They're finishing 5th, 4th
Around
or 5th
there,
in the conference.
And who knows?
And they got a shot at this.
Yeah.
I think the Kings are making a real good transition. They've got a good blend, young and old, but hockey starts between the pipes.
Yeah.
And if you don't have your guy between the pipes, Gibson goes out, Bernier has to play 6-7 for the Ducks, and the Ducks don't advance.
Yeah.
You have to have, right now, Pecorino is playing out of his
That's what surprises
He's
me about
unbelievable.
the Penguins,
It
though.
all starts in the net.
It does.
And again, Sullivan was
Penguins.
not afraid to pull the guy that got
Fleury
him.
out. Fleury was unbelievable
He was
against the
playing
Capitals.
very well.
Unbelievable in
Yes.
that series.
Right?
And then he gets yanked, and he might not even play a game in the Stanley Cup.
Exactly. But you have to, you got to know that Murray got us to the finals last year. He's my goalie.
Yeah.
I'm going to ride Fleury as long as I can, but when I have to, I got to go to the number one goalie. That's the Kings, in my opinion, their biggest problem.
You know who's
quit getting hurt.
You know who's been the secretly underrated part of the Kings and letting him go, and even with the Capital success this year, is I didn't realize how many
Justin
big time
Williams?
goals Justin
Yeah,
Williams.
he's
Yeah.
amazing. He's
He's
my sister's.
He is
she'd
probably,
leave her.
you know
Her
what?
husband for-
He
yeah.
is the equivalent. He's the hockey equivalent of Robert Ory. It's that
you
guy.
go. Yeah.
He's a role player.
That's a
Very good
He
analogy.
hits.
Yes.
He hits great. You know, he has great shots, great game-winning
Great
goals.
team chemistry
His
too.
great
He's-
team
yeah.
chemistry. He's that second line,
That's a good-
third line guy
good,
that you're
yeah,
like, oh my god,
comparison.
he's unbelievable.
Yeah, he's great.
Yep.
And
He's
they,
fantastic.
the Capitals, that's why they had a lot of success too.
Yeah.
He was giving them some
Giving him
goals.
scoring. So it's going to be a good series. We're going to finish the game up here, Knocker. But as we close out the show here, we obviously got to talk about the big story that came down yesterday, the day before, Tiger Woods getting his DUI. At first it was noted that it was from alcohol, but after police reports came out that he blew a 0 on 2 different accounts, and he is blaming on prescription medications, a combination of prescription medications. We had the video come out today. It's on our website, sportscastlife.com, of the dash cam video of him getting pulled over. I don't know if you've seen it
No,
yet.
but you were talking about the sobriety tests.
He is pretty jacked up. I mean, he can't even walk straight in a line, and he's slurring his words and so forth. But besides, I mean, that's that. My main point is, man, is this the greatest fall we've ever seen from? I mean, we've had Mike Tyson's. We've seen stars fall off the cliff here real bad. This guy was changed the sport in so many different ways, and then after just was it Thanksgiving, right? When his wife
Yeah, I
hit
believe
with
that
the
was
bat or whatever, then it changed his life forever. He's never been the same. Back injuries, alcoholism, womanizing, whatever his issues are. He's at the bottom of the bottom here, Knock. I don't know if I've seen. I mean, yeah, Tyson went to prison and so forth, but is this the biggest fall of a superstar you've ever seen?
It's pretty damn close, man. I'm really hard pressed to try and find another guy that's just, fallen. Denny McClain. You can go to Denny McClain.
I don't know
No.
who Denny McClain is.
No, I don't
I
either.
do not. I will be the first
Give
to
the
admit
listeners.
that.
Give the listeners.
Denny McClain is the last pitcher to win 30 games.
Okay.
Won 30 games for the 68
He's fell off
Tigers.
the cliff.
On top of the world. He's ended up in prison, false trading, all that tax evasion, all that other stuff. Dykstra.
Lenny Dykstra.
Dykstra's pretty hard fall.
Pete
Right?
Rose.
Well, Pete Rose to me isn't a fall. I mean, I still don't think Pete Rose should be banned.
Yeah, and Pete Rose never was. He's
But
obviously
this
Pete
isn't-
Rose has got his
This
issues.
is nowhere near Pete Rose.
I mean, if you're really gonna say fall, you got to go with probably the juice. I mean, him going
to jail.
him going to
being
jail.
a murder.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
I'll say
my
it.
my personal opinion, I believe he did it too.
Yeah,
but
we can all kind of.
but think about how no one's been at the peak of their sport the way Tiger has, and he is. I mean, for his short amount of time, even in golf history, we'll never see a period that dominant of an athlete
Ever.
that dominant. We'll never see it again.
As much as everyone wants
but-
Jordan Spieth and Dustin Johnson to be that guy, they're not. They're never going to be the Tiger Woods.
To the person who said he was the greatest golfer ever, sorry, Jack Nicklaus. Stats prove it out. Jack Nicklaus is the greatest golfer ever lived.
Longevity.
Sorry,
that's
Tiger.
that's the one part
Sorry,
of it.
you didn't make it. You were a shoo-in to get those 18 majors.
Man,
You fucked it up.
just screwed it up bad,
just-
man.
See,
Ended
it's the
up-
point. It's the point of LeBron too right now. And if LeBron keeps going on, I think with his longevity over Jordan, that's what I think is going to do it. Same thing with Jack Nicklaus. Tiger should have done it, man. I mean, he should have been at 18 majors. He should be
No
the greatest.
question about it.
No question. I mean, is Darryl Strawberry up there? I mean, you throw a couple guys at me.
Wow,
you
him
know?
and Gooden.
That was a
That's
good-
a
you know,
pretty
that's a
far
good
ball.
one.
That's very
I mean, that
good.
30 for 30, fantastic.
Yes.
And those guys. But those two were on the top of the world.
Yes.
And I mean, the drugs, the taking, I mean,
I mean, if you really want to go to, you want to
I'm
go.
just throwing some, whatever
Ryan
pops your head.
Leaf.
Ryan Leaf.
Yeah, but Ryan Leaf,
His pro career never.
He
Right.
never peaked.
but
yeah.
but now what he's done with his life,
Life.
we brought it up on the show the other day. I don't know if you were here when I
Yeah.
brought it back up, but he now counsels youth. he's now doing the righteous thing and living a
I
good
was gonna
life.
say,
So
what's the kid from the Raiders, the quarterback?
DeMarcus Russell.
No, out of USC. What's his name? White guy. The white
Marinovic?
Marinovic is up
That's
there.
a pretty. That's a pretty long
that's
fall
pretty
But again,
too.
his pro career never. I mean, Tiger was a pro.
But he
you know what
wasn't
I'm
up,
saying?
up
Like,
to the
Tiger
pinnacle.
was,
This guy, Tiger's
Dude.
pinnacle. If
Well, I mean-
anybody was the pinnacle of his sport,
Would you say?
it was Tiger Woods.
I mean, could I throw Ray Rice's name in there? Would that be fair? I mean, a Super
But
Bowl
see,
champ.
Ray Rice
It's-
wasn't the
greatest
greatest player
player
in
in
the
the
league.
Yeah.
OJ was a better
OJ,
player
yes,
than
OJ
Ray Rice.
was amazing.
Tiger
Woods was the undisputed
Greatest player.
golfer
Yeah.
on earth. For
Yeah.
5
It
years.
might be because I'm trying to think of someone that was
Here's
just
the only reason
higher in
I
their
would-
sport that Tiger was, and I
Yeah.
can't come up with one.
No, there's never been a person who's better. I mean, if you want to go at the time, even though he got through it, you probably maybe say Kobe.
Oh, with his rape allegations
maybe.
and so forth.
I mean,
he
but
never
I don't know.
fell,
But
though.
that,
Like,
that was just
that's
that
kind
was
of
a- that was a
in the
bump.
road.
It didn't
Yeah.
continue.
Continue.
That was a bump.
Yeah.
You know, I'd have
You
to
have
go
to
with
give-
Tyson number 2, man. I would definitely have
Tyson's
to go with Mike
probably, yeah.
Tyson number
Yeah.
2 because he was
So I get
the
think your
baddest
top three
man
now.
on
Your
earth.
top 3 ever, I think, stars from rising stars to falling to the pitfalls got to be Tyson, Tiger, and OJ. Your top 3. I think that's
I mean,
got to
but
be
it-
I think
it's-
that's
your
that's
top
right.
3 right there.
And you know what's funny? It's Tiger by a landslide.
And it is.
Like, and if you think about it, and how,
Tyson's recovered a little. I mean,
but
not
how
saying-
good those other 2 were, and think about it in their respective sports and how
Mm-hmm.
good they were. I mean, if I want to say, I can't really say fall from grace, but in necessarily just like him getting hurt, like maybe Bo Jackson, like something.
No, that's
tragic
true.
like
yeah,
that.
but not in a
Yeah,
way
but he
that was
didn't
drug
destroy
Destroy his
himself.
life,
He got
yeah.
hurt.
Yeah.
And he moved on.
But that's just crazy,
You know?
man. I hope Tiger gets his life. We're never going to see him play golf at the. Then that's over.
I think
He
he's
can
done.
kiss that goodbye. I mean, I just hope the dude gets his life straight for his kids. I mean,
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
You know, and
you
gets,
never
gets
want to
his shit
see.
straight. So.
You're never wishing harm on anybody, ever.
So, all right, guys, it's going to be another good episode of Sportscast. We'll have it up for you guys tomorrow for all you downloaders, podcasters.
We get to turn the calendar next year.
Yeah, we can turn the calendar.
Say
and
goodbye
say
to Mallory.
Oh my God, she is. By the way, she is smoking hot. I've been staring.
Is
at
that not? I said the same thing 3 weeks ago. Like,
Yeah,
this is a really nice seat.
it's a nice seat.
I know.
Hey, Cam, I appreciate you coming in today, man. I missed
Mallory,
you.
you
It was
are
good talking
working
to
it,
you.
girl.
I do. I really missed you on the show.
Thank you.
Knocker, thank you once again. We'll be back hopefully next week if Charter
One way
allows
or
us
another.
to. We're running on fumes, baby.
Right?
We love you guys all. Be good humans. We'll see you guys next week.